I mean, we worked together even at one point.
Yeah. I worked for you.
Yeah.
So I remember going to a 4th of July barbecue.
Yeah.
And you were like, hey, man, I can get you that job. I can get you a job. I heard you're looking for a job. Mm-hmm. Sickler probably told you. He must have.
Yeah, he probably did.
And I was like, awesome. Because I had gone through this. And Christina's even involved in this story too.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough. Because I had gone through this whole thing. It was my first show business disappointment. I was pitching a sitcom. I had Castle Rock behind me. We were going to major places like ABC Family and Fox and pitching this sitcom. And I had got it in my head that I was going to be this big sitcom star.
Sure.
And then, and they were like, but don't quit your job. Don't quit your job. But they wouldn't send me on the road or anything. They were just like taking a chance on me, but not investing that much.
Yeah.
And so as soon as I didn't get the sitcom, I was still stuck at this job. Then Christina gave me a job doing one project, working for a cartoon company that she
was working for. A lot,
and I paid $1,000. And I go, you know what? I'm quitting my job. I'm going to write something so good that I'm going to get hired there.
Yeah.
And they didn't like it at all. I thought it was the shit. I thought it was so great.
Of course.
It was about Warren Buffett. I had Warren Buffett like 360 dunking a basketball in slow motion.
Yeah.
And then it said Air Buffett. That was just like one part of it.
Sure.
Like I thought I was.
You're like, this is it.
I thought I was killing it. And, I didn't get that job either. So now I'm just rolling with it, like trying to find a job. And you gave me a job.
Yeah.
But I was also joined a band. Like I'm turning 30.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause I had played it all by the book. Like I had a job while I was trying to make it.
Sure.
And I took care of all my responsibilities. And I felt like I saw people who were just idiots and degenerates and practically homeless succeeding. Mm-hmm. And it was a very abstract idea. So I just like leaned into everything. Alcohol, fucking not getting paid, the whole I decided I was gonna be a loser.
Yeah.
And I joined a band, that's part of it. I played bass, that's part of it. No offense to the bass players, but it's a pretty easy gig.
Yeah.
I'm not yelling at the sound guy. I'm just happy to be here. Can you even hear me? And since I was a comedian, so what I was doing, you were already up, you already had a higher position in the company. Mm-hmm. And it was a reality show, and we would log videotapes of a reality show and make notes. So
it's tedious.
So the editors.
Right.
And
it's called transcribing or logging.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was a ripoff of The Apprentice.
That's right.
Where you find out the guy wasn't actually a millionaire, which is kind of.
Yeah. It was called My Big Fat Obnoxious Boss.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right. And,
right.
And what he's saying, that, by the way, is when you shoot reality shows, cameras run 24/7. Mm-hmm. And so those tapes come into the production house.
Right.
And the reason they need to be logged and transcribed is so that the story team can manufacture it, can piece together a story.
Right.
Right. So you have to transcribe everything. Single thing, even expressions, so that could be manipulated too. So that if they go, we want, Tom to look, upset at this beat.
Yeah.
When I go like, then they go, Tom was upset at this time code. And then that's logged. And then if I go, I don't know, man, I don't want to go there. And I'm talking about for lunch.
Yeah.
They can use, I don't want to go there to mean on the date with the girl. You know, it's like, so you log absolutely everything. And it takes a team of people to do that, who are doing it day and night. It is actually running. It's a 24/7 operation.
Yeah. Right. And so I'm also like, I kept asking for things I didn't think I was going to get.
Yeah.
Because deep down somewhere, I didn't want to go back to work.
Of course.
So I'm like, well, I'm in a band.
Yeah.
We're getting good enough to start playing shows.
Yeah.
And I'm also a comedian. Mm-hmm. And so I have to do that at night. So how about I work from like midnight to like 9 a.m.? And you're like, I don't know, man. Let me check. And you came back, you're like, yeah, they're cool with it. And I was like, oh, wow. Oh, well, I'm going to England, though. For vacation. My cousin's getting married. Can I have off for a week? It was only like a 2-month job.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know, dude. Let me check. You're like, yeah, you got it. I'm like, fuck. Guess I'm going to work, right? So I start logging these tapes, and it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking exhausted because my rookie mind thought that if I just slept during the day and worked at night, everything would be cool. But what I didn't realize is like working nights, you can't really sleep during the day. You can try, but it's very difficult.
So bad for your body,
and
man.
so I was just going a little nuts. And I remember I really liked this girl at the time, and I asked her out, and she was like, yeah, well, I'm going to Comic-Con, but when we come back, let's like go out. And I was like, awesome. Because, you know, people with their Comic-Con, they go for like a week or something. And it was my 30th birthday. I remember I got in a car accident on the way to work, still made it to work, worked that night, woke up in the morning. Then I had a birthday party at a bar, and I'm drinking. And my roommate shows up with that girl, and I find out that like he's hooking up with her, and they're like together now. And I'm so fucking pissed off. It was also my birthday, so my cousin happened to be in town, and she took me out to dinner that night before I went into work at the video vlogging thing. And we're drinking and everything because I'm just stupid at this time.
Sure.
And I think alcohol doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Irish. What's the big deal?
Sure.
I'll drink and then I'll go into work for 9 hours overnight. And I'm telling her about that, and she's my cousin. So, of course, she's taking my side on everything. And she's getting me all worked up. Like, this dude fucking cheated you. You know, he's a dick, blah, blah, blah. And I'm all pissed off, drunk. I go into work. And then at like 4:30 in the morning, I just go, fuck this. I'm not doing this job anymore. And obviously nobody's there.
Yeah.
So I just fire off this email to you. That's like, hey man, it wasn't even much better than that.
Yeah.
It was like, hey man, I'm not doing this. I don't want to do this job anymore. And I walked out, and it was awesome. It was like Santa Monica Boulevard.
Yeah.
I just walked out. Nobody was out there. I went to my car at one of the only places that was legal to park. I got in there and I drove home at like 4:30 in the morning. And then the fucked up part was I got home and I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
So I should have just stayed at the job.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I went on. I was like, but I still called up and was like, yo, let me get that paycheck. And I walked in there with no shame at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, Tom, what's up? What about that paycheck? And you're like, yeah, cool. Here's a paycheck. Oh, let's talk to you outside for a second. You know, and you lit up a cigarette.
Yeah.
And you were like, hey, but you're like always so mature. And I'm like just getting mature like in the past 7 years.
Uh-huh.
And you light up your cigarette and you go, I really don't think it was cool the way you quit, how you just like sent off the email and just left, you know, you really left me hanging. And I was like, yeah. And I think I probably tried to explain it or something. And then we both just kind of, it was like really like awkward silence. And then we just looked at each other and I just go, and you started laughing too.
Uh-huh.
And then that was just it. In my mind, you knew what I was laughing at.
Yeah.
I was laughing at, how can I put us in this situation?
Okay, yeah.
How can I like fucking do this? This is a terrible situation I've put us in. Isn't this fucked up? But I know you. You're looking at me like, why is this motherfucker laughing? What did I say that's so fucking funny? Do I have to trash my own workplace now? You know, and it took me like a little bit of time. It actually took me, I was talking to Ryan Sickler about it, to where he was like, yeah, like Tom actually think that's kind of fucked up. And I was like, oh, fuck, it is fucked up. Yeah. And then I knew it was fucked up. And then we started like working together as comedians and stuff. Yeah. And then thank you from the bottom of my heart. You saw me at my worst employee moment, by the way.
Yeah.
You actually have taken me on the road probably for the past 10 years now. And I can't thank you enough for taking a chance on me. And how much different am I as a comedian? Well, like, how much earlier do I show up and stick around and do my time to a T?
You know, I had forgotten so many of those details until you told the story. And then they started to like flash back to me. Like right now, I was like, oh my God. Like where you literally lit the memory back up.
Yeah.
And I do remember that, I don't know when exactly, sometime after you came in and got your check and that whole thing, like a while after that, you actually, I do remember you going, hey, I want to apologize to you for you. Yeah, you came up to me and you're like, I handled that time really. And it might have been like a year or two later.
It was much longer than that. Yeah, it was much longer than that.
It was quite a while later. You were like, I really want to apologize for how I did that. And I was like, oh yeah, no, totally, it's okay.
It was one of those things where I was so embarrassed about it,
sure,
that I didn't even want to bring it up to apologize.
Yes,
you know, because I didn't really see you for a while after that, and then we started running into each other as comedians.
Gigs and stuff. Yeah, no, but we've done countless gigs together now. I mean, like so many gigs.
Yeah.
And it's always so fun.
Yeah,
and you are a different type of person on the road than you were. It's
different when you care about your job.
Yeah, you clearly give a shit about. Stand-up.
Yeah.
I would hire you as a stand-up. I would never hire you as a logger again.
You guys are safe. You guys are all safe.
Yeah. Thank you for watching that highlight here from YMH Studios. That was a highlight or a clip, whichever word you prefer. You watched it, and there are so many more little bite-sized episode things. They're just click them. Maybe it's someone screaming or bleeding. Maybe it's just laughing at someone, making fun of them.